Happy Thursday. Kelly Oubre freaking sucks. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we're here to talk some more basketball, coming to you live at about midnight my time. So if my eyes are falling down, I'm absolutely exhausted. We just did a full NFL video. Go check that out. NFL Week 16 or 17. Best bets, Thursday Night Football preview, all that good stuff. But yesterday, man, oh man, a 1-2 day in the NBA thanks to an absolute dud performance from the guy who apparently was in a car accident earlier this year. But we'll talk about that later. Weird stuff happening all around the league right now, like the Nets deciding to start or bench every single starter and not play them at all, except for Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges, play them the first quarter and then sit them out the rest of the game. They did this last year. I know Bridges has the most consecutive start streak, and I think that's the reason for him, but just weird stuff happening. The Suns apparently had a meeting and said Kevin Durant is now the point guard and he will make every single pass and almost every assist. The guy had 16 freaking dimes yesterday. 16. He averages 5.5. Thank goodness he still went over 25 points to cash our bet for us. But these are the things that, like, getting mad at other people for losing bets, it doesn't make sense. We are not a part of these team meetings. We don't know strategies. We don't know what teams are doing to adjust. We're just kind of guessing in regards to that point. So just keep that in mind. That's why bankroll management is huge, because not everything stays the same. We had questionable star players, like always, Luka, Kuzma, Giannis, all those guys questionable right up until game time. There's just a lot of stuff going on where I just want to mention all this to you just to tread carefully. We're kind of in that middle grind part of the season. Some people are already starting to probably think about the All Star break in the NBA, needing a little break. But, anyways, that's what we got going on around the NBA. Now, enough of that. I don't have any dad jokes for you today. But I got some fun facts about animals because I like it and I just want to. I just think it's pretty fascinating. So here you go. These are going to be quick. Did you know that an ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain? Huh? Interesting. I know some people like that. Cheetahs only need to drink once every 3 to 4 days. That's it. How can you run that much and then fast and only take a drink every 3 to 4 days? That's just beyond me. Sharks lay the biggest eggs in the world. Did not know that either. And then one of my favorite animals, baby elephants, are able to stand within 20 minutes of being born. That is pretty crazy, that's for sure. But anyways, those are some fun facts about animals, just to change it up and leave you guessing on what we're going to have in this intro. But in this video, we're going to recap the bets yesterday. Shooting guard day. I know it's usually power forward. We missed a couple days. We'll try to get some slides out on Twitter at some point, maybe, and let you guys know some of those. So we're trying to catch up. But it's shooting guard day today. Defense is giving up the most points, the most rebounds, and the most assists to the shooting guard position. And then I give you my best bets. Right now, I have two. Not all the player props were out. And like I said, it's almost midnight. We've been doing an NFL video. I will for sure have at least one, maybe two added bets in the morning. But I will give you two best bets that I absolutely love tonight, and then we'll finish it with the bets recap. So hit that like button, leave a comment below, help this channel grow. We are inching closer to 19,000 subscribers. All right, enough talking. Let's get into yesterday's recap. All right, there it is, guys. It was an unfortunate 1-2 night. Hartenstein, 8 plus rebounds. Durant, 25 plus points. They got the job done. Hartenstein was stuck on 7 for a while, but then went over. I think he got 9, maybe 10. Durant, man, that was sweaty. He got 27. Like I said, he was just there to just pass the ball to everyone. He finally started scoring. He's Durant. He scores in bunches, and he got the job done. Tyus Jones over 19.5 points assists. He barely took any shots to start the game in the first half. It was just nothing. And then he finally shoots 12 shots and goes 5 for 12. Add him to this next guy, and they were 6 for 19 shooting. Kelly freaking Oubre. Over 21.5 points plus rebounds. One of the worst bets I've ever made. He got 4 points, 4 rebounds, was terrible. Only took 7 shots because he couldn't make any and he just stopped shooting. He had a technical foul. The man just wanted to get the hell out of the arena. My goodness, was he awful. He only took 7 shots. He made one of them. He made one. That's right. I put breaking news in the Discord when he made it. I said, breaking news, Oubre has officially made a freaking shot. But he was terrible. Him and Tyus Jones, like I said, I think it was 6 for 19 shooting together. You know what? It is what it is. Just 2 bad reads by me, and we just take the 1 and 2. We move on. Only lost a unit. And that's the overall record. 76 and 63, up 9.89 units. We are due for a big hot streak. We've been going kind of back and forth, back and forth. And just because we had a 1 and 2 day doesn't mean, by the way, there needs to be a lot of hate in the comments. There's not usually a ton. But guys, we have losing days, we have winning days. So let's bounce back. And that starts today. But before we get into the best bets, let's talk some shooting guards. All right, those are the 10 teams giving up the most points to the shooting guard position. This is in the last 15 days. The Kings, right up there with the Heat, Warriors, Jazz, Raptors, so on and so on, giving up the most points to that shooting guard position. Obviously, shooting guard and small forward kind of get intertwined, so I'm trying to make sure I pick exact shooting guards. Over there on the right side, the shooting guard's averaging the most points per game in the last 15 days to help you out with your bets and get you started. Anthony Edwards, 27.3. Jordan Clarkson is back for the Utah Jazz, averaging 27 points per game in the last 15, but that is not over 15 games because he has not played the whole 15. So be sure to check that out. Desmond Bain, 26.8. Obviously, some with Jaw, some are not with Jaw, and we'll talk about that later. Tyler Hero, 26.3. Colin Sexton, so on and so on. Nobody likes Jordan Poole. Let's just say that out loud. Cam Thomas, who's very up and down, can score a lot and can have a dud game. Anyways, all the way down to Derek White, who's had a solid season. So that's the shooting guards points. Let's check out the rebounds because I know you guys like to have all the PRAs. And there they are. The Heat are up there again, 7.54 rebounds per game. The Hawks, Nets, Spurs, so on and so on. And then the number one shooting guard rebound of the last 15 days is Podziemski of the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully I pronounced that right. 6.9 rebounds per game. Tyler Hero up there with six, having a good rebounding last couple weeks. Anthony Edwards again. Josh Hart of the Knicks. I believe he's a shooting guard. He could play some small forward as well, but you guys get the gist of this. Desmond Bain, so on and so on. Jaden Ivey, which we have not talked about much this year at all. Not the player I thought he would become, but man, Detroit is awful, so bad. Pat Connaughton, 4.7, all the way down to Austin Reeves. Take a screenshot, go get some winners. Let's check out the assists now. We got the Pelicans giving up 6.14 assists per game to shooting guard position. Take these for what it is. It's not a huge difference. Pelicans down to the Raptors is only one assist. It's not a huge deal to me when it comes to these. I usually use assists given up a little bit more when it comes to point guards and things like that. But shooting guards over there on the right, like I said, Jordan Clarkson has not played the entire 15 days, but he's averaging 7 assists per game. Anthony Edwards, 6, Malik Monk, Derek White, so on and so on. A lot of the same names that we just saw in the last couple screens. So those are the points, rebounds, and assists given up to the shooting guard position. And now it's time, baby. Let's go talk some best bets. All right, bet number one takes us out to New Orleans. We got the Pelicans hosting the Utah Jazz. Pelicans -8, over under 238.5. Against the spread, Jazz 16-4-1 ATS, 6-11 ATS on the road. Pelicans 17-13-1 ATS, 10-6 at home. Over under, Jazz 18-12-1 to the over. Pelicans 16-15 to the under. Now, my best bet in this game, it's not a side, it's not a total. Give me a guy who we absolutely loved last season, and we have not bet him much this year. Laurie, the man marketing, over 7.5 rebounds at -120 on DraftKings. He is on the Jazz, if you don't know that. He's been an absolute beast on the last this season, especially lately, but he's just been a beast. His minutes are finally back. So that's a huge part of this. They are finally back to where he's playing 30 plus minutes the last 3 games. Since he came back from injury, it took him a while. He's playing in the mid 20s and all that, but we know he's a guy that should be playing big minutes. In the last 3 games, back to 30, 38, and 35 minutes. Now, in these last 3 games, he is averaging the most potential rebounds on the team. That's huge, obviously. We talked about this before with 17 per game. That's right. That is the 16th most in the NBA the last 3 games. And again, I'm saying the last 3 games because he's playing more minutes. I'll talk to you about other numbers as well. It's not only last three that I'm why I'm betting this, but in the last 3 games, he's turned those potential rebounds into 12, 9, and 10 rebounds. He is the man. If in general, if someone is averaging 17 rebounds per game and it's over a decent sample size, and they only need 7 or 8 from them, I mean, that's something you just have to jump on. And it's not just the last 3 games. He's averaging about 9 rebounds per game the entire season, and he now faces the Pelicans team, giving up the third most rebounds per game to power forwards the last 30 days. That's right, 30 days, not 15. Pretty decent sample size. I just love how active he is, and with the Jazz pretty healthy now, I have a little more confidence that they can actually keep this game competitive and not have it be a blowout. So I love Laurie. Honestly, over the course of the season, he's not averaging 17 potential rebounds per game, but it's only a couple less than that. He is just the man right now. So give me Laurie to grab 8+ rebounds as my first best bet. All right, my second and final bet for the video, and again, I will have an added play in the morning. I am just absolutely exhausted right now, but we got the Nuggets hosting the Memphis Grizzlies. Nuggets -7 over under 225.5 against the spread. Grizzlies 13-6 ATS, 9-7 on the road. Nuggets 14-17-1 ATS. They're 7-6-1 at home. Over unders, Grizzlies 17-12 to the under, Nuggets 20-12 to the under. One of the biggest under teams in the NBA so far are the Nuggets. Real quick, I gotta say before I say this best bet, John Morant is questionable with a sickness, so just keep that in mind. It's a huge piece of news, and he just got sick. So you know what? There's a good chance he sits out. I'm not gonna try to guess, but if I had to guess, I'd say he sits out. But who knows? You never know. So keep an eye on it. But my best bet in this game, it's the same game parlay. Give me Jamal Murray under 6.5 assists and the Nuggets money line at plus 128 on FanDuel. I know I've been giving out some bets that are like minus 120, minus 125, things like that. I added the Nuggets money line because we need some freaking plus money. But I do love Jamal Murray under 6.5 assists on its own. But let's talk about it. This is a sneaky good bet, I think, guys. Obviously, it doesn't mean it's a guarantee to win, but this is sneaky. Let's just go through the numbers now, real quick. Um, the big part of this is that Jamal Murray doesn't get as many potential assists and chances as you would think. He is averaging 10.3 potential assists per game. Now, I mentioned this yesterday, but I'll mention it again. You assume maybe around 50% for potential assists are turn into assists. So if you need a guy to get 7 assists, I mean, you're hoping he gets like 14, 13 potential assists to have a chance. It doesn't mean, like I said, it never can happen. But for a guy to get 7 assists, he's going to need luck with his teammates converting a high percentage of their shots because he only has 10 chances and you need to get 7 of those chances. That's pretty tough. And like I said, he has done it before, but we'll go through the numbers on how often he's done that. But he's averaging only 5.7 assists per game, which makes sense. Like I said, he's averaging about right between 5 and 6, averaging about 10 potential assists right in there. He's a point guard who likes to score first. We know that. He's just a stud. He knows how to score. This 6.5 number is just too high. It really is. He has gone under this 6.5 assist total line in 14 of 18 games. That's right. He has gone under this. I will repeat in 14 of 18 games. 77% of his games he's gone under. And it's minus 130 on its own, this bet. I mean, guys, this is just too good to pass up. Another bonus, John Morant is sick, like I mentioned. That could also make this game an absolute blowout. Because if John Morant doesn't play, I mean, it could get ugly. You already see a big line for that reason. If John Morant plays, obviously, I still think the Nuggets have a chance to blow them out. But with Jaw out, that could be huge. And a blowout is an under's best friend. That's right. We've all lost a lot of over bets because of blowouts. So maybe the blowout will help us here. So give me Jamal Murray under 6.5 assists as the first leg. And the second leg, I mean, you guys kind of know it. Nuggets money line at home against the Grizzlies. They are the superior team. Without John Morant, this should be a slam dunk. Nuggets are going to be without Aaron Gordon, which is a loss, but I don't think that's going to be the difference of a win or a loss here, especially if Jaw is out. And if Jaw is officially announced out, I wouldn't be surprised if this moves to double digits on the spread also. But Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, these guys are not enough to go on the road, carry this team to a win against the defending champs. Nuggets play really good offense at home. They average 120 points per game at home, the eighth most in the NBA, compared to about 110 on the road. So a big 10-point swing there. I just think the offense is going to be too much for the Grizz. So give me Jamal Murray under 6.5 assists and Nuggets money line at plus 128. That's right. I had to think about that one. But again, if you just want Murray under 6.5 assists, I don't blame you. That's a great bet on its own as well. So those are my two best bets for Thursday, December 28th. Let's check out the bets recap. There it is. Lauri Markkanen of the Jazz over 7.5 rebounds at minus 120. And then give me Jamal Murray of the Nuggets under 6.5 assists and the Nuggets money line same game parlay plus 128 on FanDuel. Those are my two best bets. I will definitely be adding one added play tomorrow, possibly two. And Lord, I hope it's better than Kelly Oubre because that was absolutely horrendous. But let's get some winners. We're due for a sweep. I appreciate all the support in the comments every day. It really does help this channel grow. All these hours we're putting in, especially on these Wednesday nights. We put in like a 10-hour day. It's absolutely crazy. So I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a great Thursday. We'll talk to you later.